Hello students, welcome back to another class of social science with me, okay? And today we will be discussing about money and the financial system. That is your chapter 17, okay? So class 10 social science, chapter 17, money and financial system. Now, when we come to money, everybody wants money, isn't it? We always want to have more. That is human nature. So here in this chapter, we are going to discuss about money, okay? The importance of money, or what does money do for us, okay? Or what do we use money for? Or what are the different types of money? So all these we are going to discuss in this chapter, okay? Now, before we go into it, if I ask you the question, what is money? Okay, what will be your answer? You can just think over it, isn't it? Because when we say what is money, many of you will feel that money is something that you can buy something with, right? Now, when we talk about money, now this word, the word money, okay, it is derived from the Latin word. It is written there in your textbook, isn't it? It is derived from the Latin words moneta, okay? That means moneta, that is the surname. It is the surname of the Roman goddess, okay? It is the surname of a Roman goddess, Juno. And why money, the word money came into being is because this was, okay, the money, it was coined or it was made in this temple, that is the temple of the Roman goddess, okay, and that is why it came to be called as money, because as I've said, this word money, it derived from the Latin words moneta. Moneta, that is the surname of the Roman goddess of Juno, okay, and in the temple, in that Roman temple, the money was coined, and that is why it came to be called as money, okay? So now, what is money? Okay, what is money? As it is written, money is anything, okay? It is anything what the law accept as a medium of exchange. So money is anything that the law accept, okay, in exchange or as a medium of exchange. So that is called as money. Or in other words, okay, in other words, money can also be defined as anything, okay, anything that is generally acceptable as a means of exchange. Got it? Anything that is generally accepted as a means of exchange. Or at the same time, it acts as a measure, okay, it acts as a measure and as a store of value. So that is called as the definition of money, okay? So once again, what is money? Money is anything that the law accept, got it? That the law accept as a medium of exchange. When we say law, here money is something that someone cannot refuse, got it? It is something that we cannot refuse. So that is what we meant by law. So money is anything that is accepted, okay? That is accepted as a medium of exchange. So that is called as money, okay? Now, before money was introduced or before money came into being, because now we all know that the exchange of medium is money, isn't it? But before money came into being, the people, that is, they used to follow a system, isn't it? The people, they used to follow a system which was called as the barter system, okay? It was called as the barter system. Now, barter system means exchanging of goods. Got it? Exchanging of goods without the use of money. Money is not there. So what they do is, okay, trade was carried out by barter system, and under barter system, both sale and purchase of goods, okay, it was done without the use of money. The selling and the buying was done without the use of money. So that is called as the barter system. So here in the barter system, the people, they used to exchange goods, okay? They used to exchange the goods. And this is how it was done during the ancient period. But then when you look at this barter system, okay, this barter system also, it has some defect. Okay, there were some problem arising out from that barter system. The first one is, we call it as the double coincidence of ones. Got it? Double coincidence of ones. That was the problem that was faced by the barter system. And here, double coincidence of ones means, now what can happen is, for example, okay, me, I'm an agriculturist, okay, let's say I'm a farmer and I have lots of wheat. But on the other side, I want some garments. I want to get some clothes. So what will happen here is, I have to search for someone who has clothes, okay, who is willing to give up his clothes, plus someone who is willing to give up his clothes in exchange of the wheat. Because I have the wheat, isn't it? I have the wheat and I want to exchange it for clothes. So again, I have to have the difficulty of trying to find someone who is willing to exchange that with me. And that person also, the problem with him is, he has to have the clothes, plus he needs to want the wheat. So that is the problem, okay, and that problem is called as the double coincidence of ones. Okay, so just like that, they cannot exchange. I have wheat, you have clothes, but if you don't want the wheat, I cannot exchange it with you, isn't it? So they have to get someone, they have to search for someone who is willing to exchange their goods with them again. So that was the problem that was faced in the barter system, and that is called as the double coincidence of ones. Okay, then the second problem is, we call it as the lack of common unit of value. There was no value again. Okay, there was no equal value, so to say. So what we can do is, for example, I have a pig, you have a chicken, okay? And what I want is, I want your chicken, and you want the pig. So what we can do is, we can exchange it, isn't it? But when you look at the value, compare a chicken with a pig, okay, a big pig, you know the value, isn't it? So there was no unit of value in the barter system, okay? So that was the problem that was faced in the barter system. And so because of this, okay, money came into being, okay, money came into being. So now in the modern day, as I've said, we all know what money is, isn't it? We all want more money, if I'm not wrong, because that is human nature, isn't it? Then apart from that, when money came into being, again talking about money, okay, talking about money, again, we have different kinds of money, okay, there are different kinds of money. Here, different kinds means, I'm not talking about the Indian rupee comparing to the American dollar or the English pound and so on. That is not what we meant, okay? Here, when we say different kinds of money, there are, in your textbook, they have mentioned 3 different kinds of money, okay? The first one is, we call it as standard money, okay? Standard money. This is the first kind of money that we find. Now here, when we say standard money, it can be called as standard money, or it can also be called as legal tender money. Got it? Questions may be twisted, so be aware of that. So it can be called as standard money, or it can also be called as the legal tender money. Okay? Now here, when we talk about standard money, this is the money which cannot be refused, okay? Anyone, or it cannot be refused by anyone, okay? That is called as the standard money. Then again, another point is, this standard money, it has again 2 types, okay? This standard money, again, it has 2 types. One is called as the paper notes. Got it? The paper notes. And the other one is called as the coins. Without going into detail, you all know what a paper money is and what a coins is, isn't it? So here, standard money means, this is a money which no one can refuse to accept, okay? And then this standard money, it has 2 kinds. One is called as the paper notes and the other one is called as the coins. So those are the two kinds of standard money. Okay. Then coming to the second one. In the second one we have, okay, we have bank money. Okay, bank money. So bank money, that is the second one. Here when we say bank money, it is like, it doesn't mean that the bank has different type of money or they use different type of money, isn't? That is not what we meant here. Okay, here when we say bank money, we are talking about we call it as the credit money. Credit money. I'm sure you all know what a credit is, isn't it? Sometimes you students also, you take credit from the shop. See, if you don't have money, in other words, we call it as baki also, right? So that is what we meant. Okay, so here bank money means we are talking about the credit money. Okay, now here when we say credit money, what we meant here is it refers to bank deposit. Okay, it refers to the bank deposit which can be withdrawn by means of check and draft. That is called as the bank money. Okay, so where you will deposit the money, if you want to withdraw it, okay, you will be able to do that with the check or a bank draft. Okay, many of you, you may not be aware of it right now also, but later on all these are going to be very important for you. Okay, so please be aware of that. So that is called as the bank money. Okay, then the third one we have, number 3 is we have near money. Okay, now looking at the name, you may find it funny also, isn't it? Near money means you may feel that it is, we are talking about a money that is near you, right? So here when we say near money, we are talking about, it refers to the highly liquid asset, okay, which can easily be converted into cash. Got it? We are talking about those highly liquid assets which can be converted into money. So those are called as near money. Okay? So money, we have 3 kinds of money, different kinds of money. The first one is, we call it as standard money. Okay? Standard money or legal tender money. And standard money means something that no one can refuse to accept. Okay? Then this standard money, again, it has 2 kinds. One is called as the paper notes and the other one is called as the coins. Okay? Then the second kind of money is, we call it as bank money. Bank money, we are talking about the credit money. Okay? And here, after depositing your money, okay, what you can do is you can again withdraw it. Okay? You can withdraw it by using a draft or a check. So those are called as bank money. Okay, then the third one is, we call it as near money. So near money means where a highly liquid asset, okay, a highly liquid asset can be converted into money. So those are the 3 different kinds of money. Okay, so I hope you have understood that far. Now coming to the next one. Okay, the next one we have the role of banks. What does the bank do? Okay, bank means we all know that there is something to do with money, where you will deposit your money and take back your money, withdraw your money and so on, isn't it? But apart from this, the bank also, it does lots of other works, okay, apart from depositing and withdrawal. Okay, they do lots of other works also. So now let's go into that. Okay, now when we talk about this thing, the role of money, here the first one will be the importance of credit. Okay, the importance of credit. Here I'm not talking about you trying to take credit from anyone or such. Okay, here we are talking about, when we say credit, here this is to do with the bank. Okay, with the bank, and in the different type of money we have discussed about that. That is, bank money is also called as the credit money. And when we say credit money, what we meant is, after depositing, okay, it refers to bank deposits which can be withdrawn by means of check and draft. So that is called as the credit money. So here, when we say importance of credit, we are talking about that, okay? We are talking about the importance of depositing the money plus trying to withdraw it through or by using check and draft, okay? So here, what happened is, in here an agreement, okay? An agreement is reached between the lender and the borrowers. Got it? An agreement will be reached between the lender and the borrowers. Lender means the person who is giving the money, okay? Borrowers means the one who is taking the money. So there will be an agreement between the lender and the borrowers, okay, of money, goods or services. It can be to do with the money, goods, or it can be to do with services. And here the condition is in return, okay? In return for the promise of future payment. That means there will be an agreement between the lender and the borrowers, where they will make an agreement where the borrowers, okay, he will take the money from the money lenders or the lenders with the promise of future payment. That means he will take it now because right now he doesn't have the money. So he will take the goods. It can be the goods, the services or whatever it is, okay? But with an agreement where he says that he will pay it later on. Maybe later on or maybe after 1 month or after 2 days or whatever it may be, okay? With the promise of future payment. So that is called as the credit, and that is also another important point, okay? Because here, why it is regarded important here is, it is mainly focused on the, especially to do with the farmers, okay? This importance of credit regarding the bank, okay, this is mainly they are focusing on the farmers, and that is to help the farmers. So here, borrowers means we are talking about the farmers. Lender, we are talking about the bank, okay? So here, what the farmers will do is, the farmers, they need credit for the crop production which involve lots of expenditure, okay? In order to do agriculture, the farmers also, they will be spending lots of money, okay, expenditure. And so here, why they need expenditure will be, they need to buy better seeds, they need to get fertilizers, isn't it? Manures, pesticides, and so on. Where if they use all these things, they will get a good harvest, isn't it? So that is why the farmers also, they do lots of, or they have lots of expenditure. And so what they do is, they will take money, okay? They will take credit from the bank. That is, the farmers, they will take credit from the bank, that is, they will take money from the bank, and after their harvest, okay? After the harvest is done, and after they are able to sell their goods and so on, they will repay back the money to the bank. So that is one of the most important, okay, of credit system for a bank, where they are helping the farmers, okay. Then whether credit would be useful or not, it depends again on the risk, okay. It is the borrowers who is taking the own risk, or his or her own risk. And the reason why is here. For example, okay, the farmer, he had taken money from the bank. He had taken credit from the bank, okay, in order to cultivate his field, hoping and believing that he will be able to get a good harvest. But unfortunately, let's say, rainfall did not occur at the right time, so his crops, it became spoiled, okay, and thus he was unable to get a good harvest. So now the problem will be, he is unable to get a good harvest. So again, it's going to be a problem for him to pay back the money, isn't it? To pay back the money to the bank. So that is why here it says that the credit, okay? The credit, whether credit is useful or not for the farmers, it is up to the farmers. They are doing it, or the borrower, they are doing it at their own risk. So that is what we meant here, okay? So that is to do with credit. So credit means where there is an agreement between the lender and the borrowers on future payment. That is, the borrowers, he will take money from the lender saying that he will pay it later on. Okay, so that is called as the credit. And as I've said, the importance is to do with the farmers, where the farmers, they will take money from the bank. Okay, they will buy all those things that they need in order to cultivate their field, and after harvest they will give the pay back the money to the bank. Okay, so that is to do with credit. Then coming to the other topic, here we have this formal, okay, formal, we call it as formal financial institution and informal. But for this formal and informal, we will be continuing in the next class. Okay, so please make sure you tune in again in the next class. Okay, so for today we'll stop from there. Thank you for tuning in and stay safe.